Tales told in Granny T's fort. Peyton and the door that asked for secrets. The blanket fort was extra quiet tonight. Not sleepy quiet, thinking quiet. Peyton crawled in slowly, hugging her pillow to her chest. She didn't rush to set up a game. She didn't organize her corner. She just sat. Granny T noticed immediately. She always did. Roland slipped into his corner without a sound. Jesse crawled in next, calmer than usual, like he was learning when to keep his fire low. Oliver came last, fixing the blanket wall out of habit, then stopped when he saw Peyton's face. "Peyton?" Oliver whispered. "You okay?" Peyton nodded, then shook her head, then nodded again. Her voice came out small. "I didn't do anything bad," she said quickly. Granny T leaned forward a little, her voice steady and warm. "I know, my love." Peyton blinked, surprised. Granny T continued gently. "But something made your thoughts feel loud." Peyton swallowed. "There was a message," she said, "on my tablet." The fort went very still, not scared still, listening still. Peyton hugged her pillow tighter. "They were nice," she said. "They said they liked my drawings." Jesse frowned. "Strangers can see your drawings?" Peyton nodded. "They commented, and then they messaged." Roland's eyes lifted, sharp and quiet. Oliver whispered, "What did they say?" Peyton hesitated. "They asked questions," she said. "Normal ones." Her stomach tightened. "And then they said," she swallowed, "that it could be our secret." Granny T didn't gasp. She didn't rush. She didn't make Peyton feel afraid. She simply reached out and rested her hand gently on the lantern. Peyton's eyes filled. "I didn't answer," she said quickly. "I didn't tell them anything." Granny T nodded, pride soft but strong. "Good," she said. "You listened to your inside voice." Peyton sniffed. "But my brain keeps going, what if?" Granny T smiled gently. "If today felt too big," she said, "we'll make it smaller, one story at a time." Peyton nodded. Granny T turned the lantern knob. Click! Golden light bloomed, steady, calm, safe, and the story world woke up. The fort widened. The air smelled like warm paper and lamplight. The lantern glow spilled across the floor, and the shadows formed a familiar path. Granny T's voice became the story. "Tonight," she whispered, "I'm going to tell you about a girl who found a door where no door should be." Peyton's eyes lifted. "A door?" Granny T nodded. "One that knocked back." The lantern pulsed, and the story began. Once upon a time, in a town filled with cozy houses and glowing windows, there lived a girl named Peyton. Peyton loved to create. She drew pictures, she told stories, she built worlds with colors and lines and careful imagination. And one day, Peyton found a hallway. Not a real hallway, a digital hallway. It lived inside a glowing screen. The hallway was lined with doors. Some doors belonged to people Peyton knew. They had nameplates and familiar voices. Those doors felt safe. But one day, Peyton noticed a door she didn't recognize. It didn't have a name she knew. It didn't belong to anyone she'd met, but it was decorated nicely. Little stars, a friendly knock. Tap, tap. Peyton paused. The door spoke. I like your drawings, it said warmly. You're very talented. Peyton's heart fluttered. That felt good. The door knocked again. Tap, tap. I'd love to know more about you, it said. What school do you go to? Peyton's stomach tightened. She stepped back. She remembered the rules, so she didn't answer. The door waited, then knocked again. Tap, tap. We can keep this just between us, the door said. Secrets make friendships special. Peyton's chest went cold. Something inside her whispered, this door is wrong. Peyton didn't open it, but the door didn't leave. It knocked again. Tap, tap. Don't tell grown-ups, it said gently. They wouldn't understand. That was when Peyton knew this wasn't a friendly door. This was a tricky door. And tricky doors followed rules. Rules that were not safe. Peyton turned away from the door and ran. Not outside, not screaming. She ran to the one place every child should go when something felt wrong. The rule room. The rule room wasn't loud. It wasn't scary. It was bright and calm and filled with signs. Big ones, clear ones. The first sign read, Rule number 1, real friends don't ask for private information. Peyton nodded. She hadn't shared anything. The second sign read, Rule number 2, safe adults never ask kids to keep secrets from their family. Peyton's breath slowed. The third sign glowed brighter than the rest. Rule number 3, if a door asks for secrets, you tell a trusted adult. Peyton placed her hand on the sign. I knew it, she whispered. A gentle voice spoke behind her. Knowing is brave. Peyton turned. Standing there was a librarian. Not a scary one, but a soft one, with kind eyes and a calm smile. Around their neck hung a key ring with 3 keys. The librarian nodded. I am the gatekeeper, they said. I help kids tell safe doors from unsafe ones. Peyton swallowed. The door was nice at first, she said. The gatekeeper nodded. They often are. Peyton frowned, but it felt wrong later. That's your inside voice, the gatekeeper said warmly. It's very smart. Peyton hesitated. But what if I make a mistake? She asked. What if I'm wrong? The gatekeeper knelt to Peyton's level. Then you still tell, they said, because kids don't get in trouble for being careful. Peyton's eyes stung. Even if I already answered something? Especially then, the gatekeeper said gently. Secrets are heavy. Grown-ups help carry them. Peyton looked back at the hallway. The tricky door was still there, still waiting, still smiling. The gatekeeper handed Peyton a small card. On it were 3 words written clearly. Stop, block, tell. This is your spell, the gatekeeper said. Peyton read it aloud. Stop, block, tell. The gatekeeper nodded. Peyton walked back to the hallway. She stood tall. She did not argue. She did not explain. She simply raised the card. The tricky door hissed softly, and then it vanished, gone, because tricky doors hate light and honesty and grown-ups. Peyton turned back to the gatekeeper. "What if it happens again?" she asked. The gatekeeper smiled. "Then you do the same thing," they said, "every time." Peyton felt taller, stronger, not because she fought, but because she spoke. The lantern dimmed, the rule room faded, and the fort returned. Granny T sat quietly, watching Peyton with pride. Peyton took a breath, then another. She looked up. "I didn't answer," she said again, "and I told." Granny T nodded. "You did exactly right." Peyton whispered, "Even when they said it was a secret?" Granny T's voice was firm but loving, "Especially then." Roland murmured, "Secrets aren't safe." Jessie frowned. "I'd block them so fast." Oliver nodded. "And tell." Peyton's shoulders dropped. Relief spread through her chest. Granny T smiled. "Your inside voice kept you safe," she said, "and you trusted it." Peyton smiled back, small but proud. The fort grew quiet again. The lantern glowed low and warm. Granny T's voice wrapped around them like a blanket. "Close your eyes, my loves. You're safe. You're loved. You're home."